Swimming like a shark in a shrimp tank. Big fish, small pond in the shrimp tank. When it's sink or swim.
Hey everybody, welcome to the post-show wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank. You can catch an entire replay of all of our broadcasts at shrimptankpodcast.com, our some 100 CEOs that we've interviewed so far. You should download us on iTunes. This is the best place for you to get an MBA course in entrepreneurship. This is where you're going to learn everything you need to know to start a business, grow a business, run it, and make it successful. We are very fortunate every week to bring on some of the brightest and best CEOs throughout the state of Georgia. We had on today Mike Feldberg, who's the CEO of the Color Spot and a serial entrepreneur in a bunch of other businesses. Mike, thanks for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me. It's been a great time.
And you spend so much of your time sort of driving that customer experience and helping your clients do that. And I'm just curious, how do you stand out?
Well, I think that, the things that we do to stand out, or things that I do to stand out, is build relationships, right? I want to, get out and meet as many people as I can and get people to know who I am. And then I tell them, about all of the great products and services that we offer. I think it's important for people to have a name with a face and a face with a name, right? And building that relationship and maintaining those customers for long periods of time are key and instrumental to growing your business and referring you other business and other opportunities.
Mike, I noticed, I took a tour of your new building, which is amazing, and I noticed that there are some employees that basically work in a certain area doing graphics and things like that, and there are certain employees that work out on the floor or out in the trucking area. And so I'm wondering, now that you have 100+ employees in the company, which is a lot, as the CEO of the company, how do you maintain culture so you've got that same consistent culture throughout Color Spot?
Sure. Well, the Color Spot part of it has, about 35 of the employees. We have a few different businesses and have a lot of great managers running different divisions, and everybody has different, key roles. I think that, what we do in terms of getting people to get recognized for their accomplishments, we recognize their birthdays, anniversaries, and try and make them, feel like they're a part of the team, and they are. I think that it's more important and almost as big of a part of compensation to some people is to feel a part of something, right?
And you said on the show today that you actually take an intake form from employees. That's how you learn more about them?
Well, it helps us capture just a little bit in terms of some things that they like, and try and gather a little bit of background on who they are, so that when it's their birthday or when they're being recognized, we can identify that and make them know that we appreciate them for coming in every day and showing up and doing a great job.
So one of my favorite parts of the show was when I asked the question about what psychological price have you paid as an entrepreneur, because I believe that all entrepreneurs pay that psychological price. I just don't know if we're all aware of what that might be. And you gave one of those most compelling answers. So I was curious if you could just summarize a little bit about what you shared.
Well, I think that it's tough to quantify that, right? And as a business person, you always try and put dollars and cents to that, but it's tough because if you're an entrepreneur and you're passionate about something and you're driving growth and driving a company, it's immeasurable, right? You're constantly thinking of new ideas. You're constantly thinking of new ways to enhance your company and reinvent the wheel and make sure that you're leading the charge, right? You get up every day and you're responsible for the livelihood of your employees and the livelihood of your staff as well as yourself. And it's my role as that person in charge and as the entrepreneurial spirit behind the company and the brands to continuously be thinking of new ways to move us forward. So it's immeasurable. It takes a lot of time, a lot of thought, and continuously staying focused on where we're trying to get to, what our goals are, and making sure that we're meeting those goals inside of our organization.
Well, Mike, a lot of people, like you said on the show today, think printing is dead, but actually nothing could be further from the truth. And so for somebody out there that needs a simple door graphic on their door, or they need a banner or a street sign, or like I said on the show today, they're going to put an entire poster on the side of the building, how can folks out there learn more about Color Spot, what you do, how to use your guys' services to be able to help their business grow?
Absolutely. Visit us online. We've got some great pictures on our website at www.tcs.ink. Give us a call, 877-345-SPOT, and I'd love to have an opportunity to talk to you about your next project, whether it's something small or full activation. We'd be happy to work with you.
Well, not only does Mike Feldberg create amazing graphics for companies, but he's also a partner in the Fur Bus. So you out there on your next company trip or holiday or any sort of thing you're doing this summer or during the holiday time, you ought to take a look at the Fur Bus. Thanks so much for coming on the show today. And thank you all for watching the post-show wrap-up of the Shrimp Tank.